San Francisco has long carried a reputation for being conscientious about the environment. Yet ironically, there are parts of the city that look more like a concrete jungle barren of trees than an urban oasis.
So the temperatures in those neighborhoods that don't have trees or green space can be much higher, 10 degrees or more higher than other parts of the city.
The city's rapid growth is partly to blame. In 1848, there were about 1,000 residents. Because of the gold rush of 1849, the population grew to 25,000. By 1859, 10 years later, San Francisco's population soared to 80,000.
Back then, there was so much focus on expansion, on building housing, that they really didn't carve out enough space for sidewalks. Therefore, there is limited room for street trees.
A lot of our buildings are built right to the sidewalk. And so there's not room for a tree to grow large and for a canopy to expand.
As a result, San Francisco has one of the smallest urban tree canopies among big cities, just 13.7%, measured by the amount of land covered by trees when viewed from above. The national average is just over 27%. And while some neighborhoods have tree-lined streets that beautify the area, the city's tree canopy is inequitably distributed, with underserved communities lagging behind. A map created from state data by the ABC 7 News data team shows in light yellow which areas are in most need of trees. For example, the Tenderloin and South of Market neighborhoods. But don't get confused. Most San Franciscans love their trees. And in 2016, voters approved a measure that sets aside $19 million a year from the general fund to care and maintain street trees, but not necessarily to plant new ones. That's about to change after San Francisco was awarded $12 million from the federal government to plant thousands of new street trees.
So with this grant we have for the next 5 years, we're going to be able to double the amount of money we use for planting trees in San Francisco. We're always looking for sustainable funding sources. This kind of gives us a head start and momentum.
The larger goal of our urban forest plan is to get to 155,000 street trees. We currently have 125,000 street trees, so we need to plant 30,000 new trees by 2040 is our goal.
Public Works is now calling this proposed expansion of the canopy the Bloom Loop, to counter the national narrative that the city by the Bay is at risk of being in that doom loop we keep hearing so much about. The Recreation and Parks Department will also receive another $2 million grant to plant trees in parks located in the southeastern part of the city.
Another part of the component of the grant that Recreation Parks is getting is going towards workforce development. So that means cultivating and creating a workforce within the southern eastern neighborhoods to help with maintaining the trees.
San Francisco isn't alone in getting new trees. The yellow areas on the map show that many parts in Oakland are barren of trees. Oakland was also awarded $8 million to increase its tree canopy on public and private land and to deal with deferred maintenance. Back in San Francisco, this will be the city's nursery hub, already under construction. From here, many of the new street trees will be planted in those neighborhoods that for years have been crying out for help, like the Tenderloin, the South of Market area, and the Bayview Hunters Point district. But even if you don't live in one of those neighborhoods, you can still request that a tree be planted on your street.
One of the things that I heard from people when I told them that I was doing the story was, can I have a tree in front of my house? And that's the question that I want to ask you. Can anybody call you and say, I want a tree?
Yeah, that's exactly the question we want to hear, because we want people to want trees, to love trees, and we can help them plant trees if there's a space where they can do it. We'll send an inspector out to see if this is a good location. If it's not something that you can do right in front of your home or business, you can maybe work with a neighborhood group to see if there are other areas where you can plant trees.
So let's be clear, in those 3 underserved neighborhoods that I mentioned, they are going to plant trees whether people request them or not. But if you live outside of those neighborhoods and want a tree, you will need a permit from Public Works. But the permits, get this, are free. Now, typically, nonprofits like Friends of the Urban Forest will also plant trees, and they will take care of those trees for the first 3 years, again, for free. Now, even if you rent a property, say an apartment or a home in San Francisco, you can also, ask for a tree. You don't need the permission from your landlord because guess what? The city owns the sidewalks.
Wow.
Well, that makes sense.
Did not know that. And you should just jump on it because it takes a few years for it to pay dividends.
That's right,
Yeah.
and we need it.
Yeah.
We need more trees, that's
Yeah.
for sure. All right.
Thanks, Leanne.